Hey guys and gals, let's take a look at the LED ring light, and I believe this is by Tchibo. I don't even know how to pronounce that. And it's just a LED ring light, and I believe this is a 10-inch or a 12-inch, I don't know which one I got, and I mainly want it to mount my video camera in the middle, or at least put it around the lens. And this is pretty much what we're getting here. So it looks like we get the ring light, and it's USB powered, unfortunately, and some other adapters, and probably a half-baked tripod. And yeah, let's open this up. And made in China. I know this is not one of those newer brands, the big fancy ring lights, but I want to try something before I go out and spend $100 or so. And I lost my box cutters. I've been trying to part out a bunch of sets, and it got buried in here. So it's a very crude unboxing today. So if you're looking for a polished build, you may want to go somewhere, or a polished unboxing, go somewhere else. Okay. So this is just like an entry-level type thing. Alright, excess packing. Wow. It's packed pretty good, but remember that floodlight that I bought? Well, that works good if I had an adapter. I'm buying parts for everything, so we're going to take a look at the tripod first. I'm always after tripods, and this looks like a bigger version of the one I had before. You can get, you got your finger pinchers in here. You got to be very careful. And I think you're just meant to do this. I'm not sure how it works. May have to loosen all this stuff up here. Just kind of want to play with it real quick here. And so this is actually folded up like this. So you have to fold it all out. Well, I don't really care about the tripod because I'm going to bolt the ring light onto this camera mount here. And I'm hoping that I have all the stuff here to temporarily put the ring light onto this camera. Looks like we got a ball joint with a flexible thing. I can use that. I think this comes with the foam mount too. That's the remote. I guess for you to pair it up with your smart device, and you can, if you're looking for a fast unboxing, you may want to find something else. Yeah, I'm just expecting it very slowly. And we got ourselves the phone mount here. This one surprisingly had some decent reviews. That's why I got it. So it looks like you stick this in here and you screw this in. So I could use this for filming with the phone too. So nothing's going to go to waste. And here's the ring light. Now I didn't get the 18-inch or the 24-inch because when I film in my tutorials I got to reach around it. So, and that right there, well, I didn't need to order that other part for this. I'll have extras. If I ordered one of these, I didn't know if it came with the camera mount or not for a DSLR camera or camcorder. So maybe that's what that's for. I don't know if this has a shoe mount on it or not. Instructions, I mean, probably not that hard to make one of these work. And that's essentially what it is. And yes, it does indeed take the shoe mount, and it's plastic, but it's threaded in there. So can I loosen that up and set that in there? No. Well, I do have a cold shoe mount somewhere else that I use for the other camera, but I don't like this plastic thing. So I may have to custom make my own to fit in there. and in the bottom it's meant to attach to the tripod. So what I'm essentially going to do is put this right here, so when I'm lighting things up I can get an even glow. Now I do actually have you know, I may not have my act together when it comes to filming Lego videos and stuff. When it comes to USB powered stuff in here, I do. And, well, just so happens I actually do have one right here. Alright. Alright, let's see here. Does it have buttons on the back? Oh, here they are. Now I won't leave this thing plugged in all the time. Oh. Well, that's not too bad. Well, it's not variable. I always keep it on warm because the light in here is warm. I always like to film with warm lights a lot better. So, yeah, that's it. Now does it go brighter than that? No? Oh, this thing's pretty dim. That's as bright as it goes. Well, that's not too terribly bright, but I'm using this strictly for getting up close. So we're going to try something here that I have that's pretty dark that I can talk about. I don't want to get accused of leaking videos. I'm trying to find something around here that's dark inside. Let's take a look at this little tripod thing. This I use for my iPad. So, see how dark it is in there? My goal is to light that up inside. This ring light is going to be used strictly for doing stuff like this. So, I can't go any brighter than this. And I got my other light here I can compare it with. And I thought that would have been a lot brighter. So, maybe I should have read it a bit more. I don't want it to be where it's baking hot. And of course I got this little guy here. And that's how I tie it to the tripod to use it. I bought adapters for all this, and as you can see, that's a far cry from that. Matter of fact, that's not even up all the way. Let's see if I can match this here with this. That's about like that. There. Yeah. Yeah, as a matter of fact, they're not quite the same cool color. But anyways, though, like I had said, this is meant to kind of knock off some of the shadow effects. So if I have the camera here, this is going to be like this, and it's enough to shadow this out. And my goal is to mount the camera here. So let's say I were to mount this on the tripod like that. It'll be behind the camera. And now I can kind of show things in here. See how light that is? And then if I turn it off, pretty dark, huh? There's no quick switch on the back to turn this thing on. And see, now it's kind of bright there. It's not the brightest light in the world. Doesn't feel hot by any means. You know, it just feels like the quality, you get what you paid for. I believe that this costs like $15, $12 or $15, I can't remember what it was. And they have the $100 ones, and the $200 ones I'm sure are a lot brighter than this. This is just entry level. I'm going to try this out and see. And they also use these for makeup and stuff, but I thought, man, that's pretty dim. Also, it could be my adapter too. I don't know if I have a phone adapter around here I can plug into. Let me see if I do have one. It could be a lack of voltage too, as I am using a USB extension cord. So we're going to turn that off. We're going to plug it in with a regular smartphone cord thing, and then we'll turn it back on again. Oh, it is brighter now. Yeah, I use something that's got a lot of amperage. So it looks like every time you turn this thing off, it resets. And I don't like using cold. I always use warm. May want to use that one instead. And that's as full blast as it goes. And that's about as dim as it goes. Well, it did something, huh? Okay, it resets. I don't like the way this is. It's making a squealy noise. Now let's try it out. Put it behind the camera again. Now I got that brightness. So make sure you're not using an extension cord. See, that's a lot better in terms of brightness. And yeah, I don't know how long this is going to work. Some people say that the controls give out and stuff like that. I'm using this just for filming. That's it. Now, I wish that they do have some of the more expensive ones that have the controls like this on the back. I was looking for some. Only the 18-inch rings have these controls. I don't know what it is. Everybody wanting the mechanical or this. I don't like using these. I like to be able to vary it a bit. So, see, if I put this away here, that's too cold. That's still too cold. Now I got even brightness with the same light that I'm using now. So, let's see here. Oh, here's something we could use. Remember this? It's got some dust. I got to rip this apart. See how dark that is in there? I put the ring light in the back right around the camera. What do you notice? It's light inside versus I take it away. Pretty dark. Then I put the ring right there. And of course you're going to see a reflection. And I have a project that I was going to use this for, but it came a day too late. And take it away. Pretty dark. Put it back in there. It's lit up. So I'm not sure how long this is going to last. May want to hook this up to a really good 5-volt power supply, maybe with higher amperage. And right here it feels a little warm, probably because I was holding it there. But I wish this shoe mount was not plastic. I have a feeling that's going to be a failure. This camera that I'm using now is very lightweight. I'm not going to plug in my professional grade camera into that. You know, it'd be too much. So, I'm not a fan of this. When you're done with it, unplug it. I don't think this thing's meant to last forever. But that's essentially what my goal is to, like, this camera doesn't have a light. So I'm making one. And I do have an adapter. Let me see, I think this thing has it on here. I bought another one that's a little better than this. It's a very crude unboxing here. You're gonna, if you want to put your webcam or whatever in here, you're going to need one of these. And essentially what we're going to do is you slip this in here. To some of you photographers, this is probably pretty basic. Well, I found out something very interesting. You get what you paid for. Well, that just doesn't fit in there. This fits on my professional camcorder. This plastic is too thick. So the adapter I bought, I'm hoping it fits in here. If not, well, this is just a 1/4-inch bolt. If I have to, I'll custom make one and stick it in here. Because see, I can't get that in there at all. I can't even go that way. And this, did I screw that in there? No. This is kind of useless too. And the remote to control everything. Now how does this go together? I guess you just loosen this up and stick the ball joint in there. I guess you have to assemble it all yourself. There we go. Put that together too. Essentially, these ring lights are meant for your cell phones. They're not really meant for DSLR cameras or camcorders. Definitely not meant for professional grade cameras unless you buy a special bracket, which I have coming in the mail. And basically now I can mount my cell phone on there. Now if I can find that. And I've had my same phone for so long I've never dropped it. Don't even need a case for it because I take care of these things. So does this not fit my cell phone in there? Oh, okay. It springs open. I've never owned a cell phone holder before. I've done everything with more professional stuff. And you're supposed to slip that in there and it grabs on it to it very good. And that's essentially what it is. Yeah. Would I need that? I'm ready for TikTok videos now. But hoping that lasts for a while. I'll have to think of something. Maybe make a phone grip. It looks like it's meant for phone cases too. And essentially what you do is you just screw this in here like this. I mean, that's fine, but not really my cup of tea. So now I gotta find a threaded bolt. You know, matter of fact, I'm gonna go in my shop and see if I have one. Maybe I can make one. Hold on. Well, let's see here. Yeah, sure goes in. How far does it go all the way in? I don't want to go in too far. I may end up killing something in there. Yeah, I see some wires right down in that hole. Hope I didn't break something, but hate to think I wrecked it already. Let's plug it in. I'll have to make a stop for it. If I already broke it already, then I'll just go ahead and dump the money into a professional grade one. I don't have the space for it, but let's see here. Did I break it? No. So essentially you can stick a 1/4 inch bolt in there. I don't want to go too far, but there you go. And if I cut this head off, I could screw the camera on. Okay. And then I can mount like this. I could just mount this tripod mount right on that too, just like that. So I may have to come up with something for that. But that's the beauty about having stuff like this. I just need to take a bolt cutter and clean it off and match the threads like this on this side here and just make me a little adapter and then screw it into the bottom of this little booger here. Now when I put the camera in here, it's going to be stationary. It's not going to, let me just tighten this thing up here. Now we don't want the, I'd have to mount the camera on here, of course, but I have one that's not as, so you would just come in and do this and then cut the threads off and then screw it in here, and then there you go. Then my camera is about 2 inches tall. It'd be right in the middle. I wish this one would have worked. Or I could just unscrew this, take a Dremel tool and back this up a bit more. I'll wait till the other one comes in the mail. But I think I probably could just use this one here if I need to, if I'm inclined to do it. But yeah, I think this was $15 at a big box store. And I just kind of wish though that I'll have to really go in there. I think I hit some wires. That's what those are. So you thread something in there, it's not all the way through. I wish it was. But anyways, tell me what you think of this ring light. Does this actually have the... No, it just says what it is. Oh, it's like one of those fancy things that you get on your pillow at the hotel. Let's see here. Well, we got 20 different languages in here. Lampa. I guess there's no English version in here. Or did I pass it up? Well, I mean, we already figured out the basic controls that I need it for. And I think this is meant to pair with your smartphone so you can control the flash on it and stuff. Well, and you know, I just thought of something. I can use this here to mount my phone onto, because I take photography with the phone. There you go, just screw that in there and yank right there, and then I can just do that. So, hey, I may be able to do live videos with the mobile device. Does that come off? No. But anyways though, that's what I got, and I'm hoping it'll make my videos a little more crisper, and I'll see what I can do about the tripod stuff, but I got a bunch of other stuff coming in related for lighting. This is the only light, but I need the accessories, but tell me what you think.